What's up, brothers and sisters? Your brother G World 7 underscore D doing this quick video. I'm going to do a history video, hopefully by the end of the week. But I want to continue to follow up what I talked about the other day. How there's a push to restructure our narrative by outsiders, and many of these outsiders also melanated people, but they do not have our best interests at heart. Like I said, when I'm hearing African women stating that light-skinned black women aren't black, and then they talk about featureisms and stuff, it's getting kind of annoying, because black women features are very diverse. They've always been very diverse. You don't have to be mixed. You always had a very diverse features. And for outsiders now to come in and say who's black and who's not black is very disrespectful. And it will also show you your arrogance and your ignorance and how much you really don't know our history. And these individuals are doing that, and I'm hearing this a lot. And I can pretty much tell that there's certain African women who hate black American women, Aboriginal American women, indigenous women who hate America. You can tell. They hate how they look. They just hate them in general. Because you have to hate when you're going to sit there and say this person is not, quote, black, when they come from the lineage in here that was here longer than your people. And it's very arrogant if you come here and tell them that they're not, quote, black, and you are. So you're trying to usurp their identity here and try to commit a form of eugenics by wiping out the physical features of many of our people here. That's sick. But you have many people who are not part of our lineage running their mouths and continuing to show how much hatred they have for us. A lot of this ignorance that you hear on TikTok, YouTube, by foreigners talking about black Americans, many of these people are younger. And you know how the older ones think. When these people are younger, they're supposed to be so-called different. That's not true. That is not true. I want brothers and sisters to understand this, that like back in the 60s, we got the white hippies. They were supposed to be down with everything. You know, all they did a few years later, once the Vietnam War ended, they cut their hair. They just got this some corporate jobs, and then the racism or the racism and the bigotry were just passed under there. Or some of them went into the disco age, and then called themselves down with the culture, but still have a hatred and deep prejudice against heavily melanated people, black people. We're going to have to stop and put a foot on, stop allowing others to intercede in our history and our culture. Remember, these individuals claim that we have no culture, but they all in our culture, and they are exploiting our culture and getting wealthy off exploiting our culture, or some of them. This is disrespectful. But we have allowed this mess to go on. This is something that we're going to have to stop on our end. That we shouldn't allow foreigners to sit there and to intervene into our culture, into our setting. When I seen that image of that light-skinned sister in, I want to say she's in Louisiana, was crying, saying that she's black, and she was told she's not black. Them people who are saying that are immigrants. And unfortunately, you may have a few dark-skinned women who are here, who bought into and try to team up with a dark-skinned woman somewhere else, but from their country and from their culture, they have a hatred towards the people of your culture. Do not team up with those women, man, because those women have a lot of deep-seated self-hate. And be always had different shades here in America. Yes, we have colorism, yes. But at least some of us have acknowledged that here in this country. These other countries would deny it. And the treatment of melanated people, heavily melanated people, black people in those countries is deplorable. They need to solve the issues within their communities. Don't come into our community and telling them who's black, who's not, which we know our people. We've already known our people and the different shades our people have. We don't need an outsider all of a sudden telling them that they're not one of us, which they are. You can be so-called light-skinned and not have any white or any other thing mixed in you. See, a lot of these Negroes don't think that or see that because they've been so conditioned to worship whiteness. That's all they've been doing, worship whiteness. So we're going to have to understand that. We're going to have to understand that we have so many enemies out here attacking us from all different angles. And many of these enemies have melanated skin. I mean, that chick made the comment about slave food and all that jazz, and how she knows where her grandfather's from. I believe she's Cameroonian. That mindset, she's younger. That mindset persists in a lot of them, man. Like this Kyle Sinet clown who's Haitian, and well, he's Trinidadian, Jamaican, Haitian, what the hell this clown is. You hear that this is persistent, man. A lot of these foreign Negroes, man. But then you get these people like Jabari, who's a foreigner himself, want to tell us that we're not aboriginal to this land. He has no business saying anything about our people. Or Garfield. We're going to have to stop this and put a fence around our culture. We're going to have to stop this, man. Some of our people stuck up, want to be boule, and then want to talk that Pan-Africanism, which is a failed religion, man. It's very cultic. And a lot of stuff what they're saying doesn't make any sense. This Pan-Africanism is being pushed, and unfortunately it's by certain generations of Negroes who really shove that mess down your throat. And then there's some people of today's generation pushing that stuff, man. That stuff does not work for people. It works to the detriment of us. We need to focus on ourselves first and foremost. Because these other individuals are showing how they feel about us. And then most of them are not even checking their own. There's a lot of them running their mouths, saying that we don't have a culture. Are you serious? When our culture is global. Don't nobody care about that other stuff, man. But our culture is global. And these individuals come and exploit our culture and then tell us in our face we have no culture. That is disrespectful, man. And then you got some weak-minded Negroes of our group who agrees with them. Just how to tell you how stupid they really are. Do not allow foreigners to say anything about your culture and history. Do not allow them to do that. Do not procreate with them. Do not date them. I'm serious. Stay and build within your family. Some Negroes don't want to hear that and want to push their Pan-African stuff so hard. I'm telling you, we're not Africans. And that upset a lot of people when we say that, but we're not Africans. We're aboriginal to this land. Deal with it. And I want brothers and sisters to really, really, really take hold to this and take pride in who you really are and understand what you have contributed to the world, to the planet. We have done that. We contribute so much to the planet in every field, every field. And for an idiot to sit there and say that we have no culture, but amassed all within our culture and making a profit off our culture, man, it's totally insulting and disrespectful. And there's so many of them doing it, and it's not just the older ones, it's the younger ones doing it, man. This is disrespectful. That chick in Park Forest doing a cosplaying, she had her hair laid out like black American women, and then even some of the mannerisms, man, that's disrespectful. And say that we have no culture yet, and then because of the issue over the sweet potatoes, that asshole. And some of you brothers and sisters need to stop handlers with kid gloves talking about we need to sit down and talk with them. They ain't sitting down talking with no one. If they're not intelligent enough to take their ass to the library, do their own damn research, they're dumb. And you a fool to sit there and try to reason with them. Those are not our people, and they're showing it by their ways and their action, but they want to copy everything we do and then claim it. Jazz was created by us. It comes from here. Blues was created by us. It comes from here. Rock was created by us. It comes from here. Gospel was created by us. It comes from here. Ragtime was created by us. It comes from here. Soul music was created by us. It comes from here. Country music was created by us. It comes from here, as well as other forms of music. That all comes from us. I'm tired of individuals who are not of our lineage speaking on our history and our culture and then want to steal it and claim it. Put the fence now. Put the fence around. Put the fence up. Put the fence up. Do not allow anyone who's not of your lineage to speak on your history and culture. Period. No matter where they from or who they from, where they from or who they are, or what particular skin tone they are. Put the fence up. Stop allowing foreigners and these liberal ass, especially these liberal ass whites along with them, to speak on your history and your culture. And stop allowing these democratic Negroes, we need just to get together. Shut up. There's so much other stuff that I would want to say in this video, but I'm not. Okay, because it's gotten to the point now we really know that we have no friends. And we gotta stop thinking of ourselves as foreigners, which is so much documentation our people are already here. Majority of us are already here. Majority of us did not come on no slave ship from Africa. Majority of us are already here. You got to understand that. Once you understand that, you realize you are different than these other groups. And you come from the greatest people on this planet. And your culture is the greatest. You are the culture. Peace and love, G-World.